Restored Republic via GCR, July 5, 2025. Have you ever imagined living in a world where money once again has real value, medicine is transformed into a process of total healing, and individual sovereignty is finally restored? Many may not realize it yet, but right now, we are witnessing the greatest financial and social transition in modern history. Stay with me, because today you will discover details that go far beyond what the mainstream media dares to show. On July 5, 2025, one day after the historic July 4th announcement, the United States consolidated the Restored Republic, based on the original principles of the 1776 Constitution. The former U.S. corporation, controlled by foreign interests and global elites, was officially dissolved. Donald Trump, now the ultimate symbol of this transition, announced the Second Declaration of Independence, declaring that America is a free, sovereign nation guided by God. At the same time, the Federal Reserve and the IRS, institutions used for decades to exploit and manipulate the people, were dismantled. The currencies of 209 countries were reset, all now backed by gold and real assets, within the system known as GCR, Global Currency Reset. With this transition, the global economy became based on tangible value, breaking with the old speculative and fraudulent model. The new financial structure, supported by the Quantum Financial System, QFS, guarantees total security, traceability and immediate liquidity, eliminating the silent corruption that drained resources and controlled entire nations. Meanwhile, threats of terrorist attacks in 1,500 American cities required the armed forces to go on high alert. Barricades were erected in Washington, D.C. and several capitals, in preparation for military operations and mass arrests. At the same time, elite troops from the Global Alliance were already mobilized in more than 80 countries, preparing for the 10 Days of Darkness, which aimed to definitively neutralize the deep state's control network. Texas took a symbolic and practical step by recognizing gold and silver as official currency. This measure, signed into law by Governor Greg Abbott, completely redefines the concept of money and openly challenges the old fiat system. The consequences of this decision are already beginning to reverberate from Wall Street to Washington, marking the return to real value and economic sovereignty. But the transformation did not stop at the economy. One of the most surprising moves is taking place in the area of health. On June 27, 2025, Trump signed the executive order on quantum restorative health systems, officially releasing so-called quantum medical beds across the country. These beds, protected by military forces, are operating in 41 states, with more than 113 active units. These medical beds are not just technological beds. They work at a quantum level, using scalar fields, plasma pulses, and zero-point resonance to regenerate tissue, reverse disease, and even recalibrate DNA. To access this technology, each person must undergo the Neuroenergetic Consciousness Enhancement System, known as NESARA. This system includes protocols for brain synchronization, pineal unlocking, and behavioral deprogramming, dissolving decades of mental manipulation. The military has made it clear, only individuals with a healthy energetic signature will be able to use the beds. Those still trapped in addictions, destructive patterns, and dependency on ancient indoctrination will not be able to bypass the required frequency firewall. This is not just about healing the physical body, but also about freeing the mind and spirit. Reliable sources confirm that over 600,000 Americans have already signed up for NESARA through secure military portals. And with Operation Lazarus Protocol, the medical beds and NESARA will be integrated into quantum centers across the country, with completely free and controlled access. No corporation or shadow government can intervene or manipulate this process. Meanwhile, leaders are disappearing, meetings are being cancelled, and secret investigations are quietly moving forward. Cases of terminal cancer are disappearing in less than an hour, veterans are walking again, old injuries are completely reversed. This is the real cure, kept hidden for decades, finally accessible to the people. The official media is silent. The WHO is silent. But this silence confirms that something monumental is happening. The strongholds of the old order are being converted into places of healing and liberation. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You're among the few who don't just watch the story, but choose to be the protagonists. And as a reward for staying until the end, I'm sharing some unprecedented information. According to inside sources, new quantum healing centers will open in Latin America by 2025. Brazil, Colombia, and Mexico are already in the preparation phase, ready to receive this life-changing technology. Share this video, turn on notifications, and join the new era. The The future isn't just technological. It's quantum. And it's already begun.